Star Wars Season 7 is officially here. It's the final season. It's one that I never thought we would get, but it is finally here, guys. So make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys excited for the show? Are you not? Have you ever watched it before? Let's discuss it down below. And also understand this will be full of spoilers. So if you haven't watched this new episode yet, do be warned. And also, if you guys are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And every single week, I'll be providing you with early reviews for Star Wars: The Clone Wars, because I just love the show. And just like if you guys watched my Mandalorian reviews, I'm the same way. More laid back, kind of just having a natural discussion with you guys. Not really many jump cuts. We just like to discuss Star Wars here. And I'm wearing my Mandalorian shirt because it's perfect timing. I got my toys all around me. And the one thing I want to mention watching this episode, The Bad Batch. Did anyone else remember this game, Star Wars Republic Commando? Because what I can definitely say is The Bad Batch gave me some memories of this. And now we need a video game that's called Star Wars The Bad Batch, because you could play a 4-player co-op game with those characters, and I would be all in. First off, just hearing Tom Kane's narrating voice back was everything to me. Like, hearing that was just pure nostalgia, and I went, oh my god, it's really back. Like, when this show got canceled, I never actually thought we would be getting the final season. Then they announced it, and you know how Star Wars is kind of, when projects get announced, sometimes it's up and down, and I was still nervous, but now that it's here, it feels like it's a dream come true. And now that we get to see how Dave Filoni wanted to finish his creation with George Lucas, is kind of like a bittersweet ending to that whole thing. And the Clone Wars has been one of the most fascinating things for me when it comes to Star Wars, and especially when it comes to all the animated Star Wars stuff. While there are some episodes that, you know, whether it's Rebels or Star Wars or Resistance, that I never really cared for, there are some. A majority of them actually felt like they added to the world of Star Wars, and I'm excited to see how they now use Disney Plus and in general the future of animation and these live action shows, to see how they further out the rest of the story in these worlds, and in general the mythology. And Clone Wars just kind of opening up inside the Bad Batch feels like the best episode that they possibly get us back into here, to kind of start out what's going on with this show. We didn't get any Ahsoka, we didn't get any Obi-Wan Kenobi, we didn't even get any Darth Maul, and I wasn't expecting that. This is truly a fully clone-centric episode, which kind of feels like the original idea for what the show is supposed to be, while also kind of showing a little bit of Anakin in the beginning, which I'm really digging the look. I'm so excited to see where that goes, because my whole prediction for this season is that it's going to coincide with Revenge of the Sith, and it's going to show Ahsoka. I feel like the end of the season is kind of really pretty much deal with Order 66 and Ahsoka and what happened with her. And I actually think the Bad Batch is eventually going to happen. Like, what happens with them when Order 66 kicks in for them? That's the one thing I'm really looking forward to. But speaking just on this episode, first off, the animation has never looked better, and each season of Clone Wars feels like it always got better and better. But this truly, you can feel the upgrades in there. Just a little bit of details, whether it's the little bit of particles or the way that the Dave Filoni had the camera swinging around certain set pieces of these action sequences, were really entertaining and actually really engaging. Especially when they're attacking these outposts and these clone commanders and the control center. There was a lot of fun aspects in there, and again, reminded me of this, so now I kind of want to go back and play this again. And if you didn't know, you can actually buy it on Xbox One and buy it on there, play it, or find a physical copy and put it in and play. I love that Xbox has that. I love both consoles, but I love that the backwards compatible and Xbox type stuff, now that I can play this game. But going back into the show, one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars is Rex. I've always appreciated Rex, and I think Rex has had one of the most interesting histories when it comes into the history of Star Wars, and how Rebels coincides with him, and even how especially the Clone Wars series, and now seeing his realization with him when he finds out Echo is still alive, kind of brings back those heart memories to me, because I'm like, man, I mean, it's tragic in there, and it's going to be curious to see how that leads up and how that really builds upon within the next couple of episodes. But what I will say about The Bad Batch is this is a very fast-paced episode, one that just runs right through and really pushes through. Again, great action set pieces throughout the whole entire thing, and The Bad Batch in general was just a really unique bunch of characters that I would love to spend a little bit more time with, and I'm hoping to see, and I'm actually really curious to see what we get to do with them in this season, and in general I'm curious to see what we get to do later on in the season. A lot of this just comes down to how excited I am to see that Clone Wars is back. And of course, if you guys are new here, again, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch episode in general. How excited are you for this? What are you hoping to see from the season? Comment down below and let me know your theories. Every single week I try to do this at 1 a.m. or as early as possible, that way we can discuss it all throughout the day and have a great discussion, guys. And also make sure to head over to Samsung Films if you guys are interested in seeing movies early. And of course, thank you to you, and a thank you to my Patreon supporters for watching this. This is kind of just my final thoughts on the Bad Batch. Overall, in general, just having Clone Wars back is probably the best thing possible. The Bad Batch didn't really develop anything big here. There wasn't that one shocking thing besides Echo being alive, which is the second they introduced kind of the planning thing in the beginning of this, you knew that was going to come out by the end of this episode. It's a very fast-paced episode. And it seems like the perfect episode for Clone Wars to kind of come back and start on is a clone-centric episode, especially when it comes inside the Bad Batch. Interesting new characters that in general make me a video game for Republic Commando, or just called Star Wars The Bad Batch. I would totally play that 4-player co-op. That would be just awesome. The action set pieces are great. Nothing about that. I mean, just seeing how the Bad Batch operates is kind of one of the coolest things for me. When they crash landed and seeing how like their different skills come into play was really fun and unique, and just kind of took big memories back to me. And I just had such a smile on my face watching this, and then seeing how Rex is kind of adopting to their style as well and saying, well, I'll try this too. I was glad to see how the relationships between all of them went about, and it wasn't just kind of this jerky type of one-off dude. Yeah, but they ended up working together, and I like that. And again, I'm curious to see where they kind of go and develop down the road. So guys, comment down below again. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the Bad Batch. Do you guys enjoy this episode? Are you not? How excited are you guys that Clone Wars is back? I'm definitely excited. I can't wait to see more episodes, because I feel like each week's just gonna kind of start steamrolling until it's going full speed and giving us every single glorious thing that we want. Great start to the Clone Wars series, and I can't wait to see more, guys. So of course, until next time, may the Force be with us all.